the lane in the market. They are now being asked to move, as that space is now being described as an emergency access route that should never have been used for trading in the first place. So there are a few things that jumps at us. I mean, so if the place was illegal, why collect money in the first place? That is, if indeed some monies were collected. And if indeed monies were collected, who took the money? Where did the money go? And if the traders, are being removed, do they deserve their money back? Because, for many of these traders, the money could have been a loan they got from somebody. It could be some susu that they were putting together that they used in paying, or maybe borrowed some money. So, in all this, we hear that the management of the facility are denying all these allegations. So, what is the truth of the matter? Now, we are fortunate to have on the phone lines Prince. Prince is operations manager for the Kejetia Market. He joins us on the phone lines, for a conversation. Nana Prempeh is equally on the line. He is the president for the Federation of Kejetia Market Traders. He's also on the phone lines. Gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dave.
Nana Prempeh, hold the line for me. Let me start off with Prince. Now, Prince, what is your response to the allegations being raised by some of these traders that some monies were taken from them, 3,000 Ghana cedis, 6,000 Ghana cedis, to be allowed to trade in the lanes at the Kejetia Market? How do you respond to this?
Thank you very much, Senior David, and let me say good morning to your cherished listeners. We came in 2025 February March as an interim management committee to augment the work of the old management. When we came, in fact, because it was a political transition, almost all the places that you are talking about were occupied by squatters or traders. But at Kejetia, everything that we do, it is not only management decision. We have what we call stakeholder engagement. And with the stakeholder engagement, the traders who own shops and tables are the major stakeholders in the market. And as management, our service is to those having shops and tables. They are our first priority. Because when you come to Kejetia, almost every bill is being paid by these traders who are stakeholders. So when we came, because it was a political transition and the people were already occupied, me being also a political figure given this position, we also targeting a substantial vote in Ashanti Road. It was very difficult for us to that year clear the traders who were occupying or trading at illegal areas. So it was December, and the policy or the decision at Kejetia is every Christmas from 15th of December to 15th of January, we issue what we call a bulk receipt, a bulk ticket, which is 250 ticket receipt to all traders who are trading or squatters. We call them squatters in the market. Now, when that date is due, that is 15th of January of every year, it is the responsibility of management led by the operations manager together with the security coordinator to decongest the entire market. So this year, because we had that agreement or we had that negotiation with the stakeholders, we were supposed to comply with the directive. So after the 15th, we began with our exercise. When you come to Kejetia, we have 14 entry gates. We have ramp. And then we have the canteens. The canteens are made up of 60 shops. We began the exercise think on the 18th of January, because the 15th of January fell on the Thursday. So personally, I took it to management and pleaded on behalf of the traders or the squatters that because 15th fall on Thursday, we should allow them to trade Friday, Saturday, then Monday we begin our full operation. So we began the exercise, I think, on the 19th or 18th of January. And we began in phases. We started with the gates. We've cleared all the gates. When you go to gate 1, which is the zoo gate, the main administration gate, gate 2, gate 3, gate 4, gate 8, which is the PZ where they normally do promotion. Previously, when you go to PZ area, because of the promotion activities, you will see the entry gate choked. But today, you can send your reporters to Kejetia to come and assess the situation yourself.
All right, so we will do that, Prince. But let me ask a few questions. And to our listeners out there, we're live on YouTube on Love Nights Up and 5, so you can join us there and also enjoy the conversation because we've got some visuals to share with you on YouTube as well. Now, Prince, let me just ask one simple question. Did the management of the Kejetia Market at any point in time take monies from these traders to allow them to sell in the middle lane? They are alleging 3,000 Ghana cedis, alleging 6,000 Ghana cedis. Did the Kejetia Market management take any amount from these traders?
Please, David, with the greatest of respect, I told you we came to meet them there. And when you come to Kejetia, where we allow official trading activities, they are paid to management and we issue official receipt with official documents. And those people are not supposed to pay daily tickets, which is 10 Ghana cedis. Now, those who were trading on the ramp, the gates, every activity day, every day they pay a daily ticket of 10 Ghana cedis because they are not permitted to be there permanently. So,
Prince, let me ask this question. Let me put it this way.
If you have paid 10,000, if you have paid 3,000 to anyone, and you have not been officially given allocation paper, it means you are occupying there illegally.
I understand that, but so if some monies were paid, who were those monies paid to?
David, your guess is as good as mine. Now we are in a political season. I am the operations manager in the market. Yesterday, I granted interview to one of your sister stations here in Kumasi. The guy who was speaking was mentioning my name, and I'm going to take him on. You see, I told you my credibility is at stake. And David, to be honest with you, we have been very, very cordial. We have served, or we are still serving the traders at Kejetia very well. And if I'm a politician, what will I gain when I say I am ejecting or I am evicting traders? All because we also want votes for my party.
So please indulge me. Hold the line for me. Indulge me. Nana Prembe, you are president for the federation, at Kejetia Market. What do you know as to what we're talking about? What knowledge do you have about it?
Good morning, Dave, and good morning.
Please hold the line for me. I'm speaking to Nana Prembe right now. He is the president for the Federation of Traders at Kejetia. Hold the line for me, Prince. Yeah, Nana Prembe, let me hear you. What do you know about this whole issue?
Good morning, Dave, and good morning to our cherished listeners this morning, and good morning to the operations manager of Kumasi City Market Limited. Dave, just
Nana Prembe, we can hardly hear you. If you can reposition yourself for me, I'll be happy. Thank you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As I was saying, last Monday, we also heard about the demonstration of some of the traders within the market complaining that some officials of the management have taken monies from them and they have been ejected from the very place that their monies were paid for.
Now, if you're talking about the fact that they paid monies, did they pay monies to this current administration's management or the previous government's administration management?
He said this, some members of this administration. But Dave, the fact and the truth of the matter is, traders have petitioned over the years, within the last administration and this current administration. We petitioned the current regional minister, we petitioned the current mayor, we petitioned the previous mayor and then the management about the congestion in the market, most especially along the 14 entry routes into the market, the ramps into the market, the ramps in the market. We have made several petitions that management should take every necessary action to decongest that place because officially those areas within the market are not assigned for trading activities. But then, before the 2024 election, we had engaged the then management about the congestion. He told us that there is a directive that they shouldn't do any decongestion in the market. That was around June, July 2024. So post-election 2024, the change of government, some party apparatchiks who also felt that their party has come to power also took advantage. Brought people inside, and people who were even known not to be aligned with the new party in government decided to also take advantage that, their party has come to power, and also collected monies from these vulnerable ladies. But with the current situation that we are discussing, we all know that the place that they are fighting for, that they should be allowed to stay there for their trading activities, is not allowed. And since the last 4 or 5 years, we've not allowed people to trade there.
So how come they got the opportunity to occupy that space to trade? Because as we speak right now, they also are feeling bitter. They are saying that they've paid some monies and that if they are being asked to move, then compensation should come in. Now, Prince, what is your response to the call for compensation if they should leave? And if you listen to Nana Prempeh, Prince, Nana Prempeh is saying that some party members, and he's referring to the NDC, came in and took some monies from these vulnerable traders. Are you aware of it? Will you look into it? Will you give them compensation?
David, I think with this information, I think we will look into it. But with regards to compensation and other stuff, you see, Kejetia management doesn't take decision alone. So we have major stakeholders, the traders, which Nana Prempeh himself is a key stakeholder in the party. We will go back to the table with them, we will sit down with them, we will judge whatever outcome that will come from that meeting, we will communicate to the public, we will communicate to the traders. Our interest is to serving the traders. Our interest, the first priority, as I told you initially, is for the stores, those who are occupying the shops and those who are occupying the tables. Then when we have that engagement with the shop owners and then their leaders, I think there will be amicable solution, or there will be an understanding of some of these things. And I can promise you,
do you intend to have this meeting, this engagement?
Working relationship with our stakeholders and then the traders.
So Prince, I'm asking, when do you intend to have this engagement, this meeting?
We'll come back to the table and we'll give you a positive news.
Prince, can you hear me? Hello, Prince, can you hear me? Hello, Prince.
Yeah, David.
If you can hear me, Prince, I'm asking, when do you intend to have this engagement or this meeting? And the issue of compensation, is this something that would also be addressed? Would that be on the table?
Hello.
Yes, Prince, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, David.
So what I'm asking is, when do you intend to have this meeting or this engagement you're talking about? And the issue of the traders asking for compensation, would that be addressed at the meeting as well?
You see, David, it's like we are trying to add more flames to what is being happening. The issue is, as Nana Prempe has said, those areas, especially the RAM, are not permitted at all for trading activities to be ongoing there. But the issue is, when we came, it was a political transition. I'm a politician. My mom is also a trader. So we needed to apply some level of sympathy and apathy to the traders occupying those areas trading. We were supposed to have done this last year, 2025, when we came in as an IMC. But we have allowed them to trade for more than a year. It is time for action. It is time to sanitize the market.
We'll talk about the sanitizing of the market, but what I'm asking is, you mentioned that you're planning to put together a meeting of a sort. What I'm trying to find out from you is, during that meeting, when will it be held, and will the issue of compensation be looked at?
David, the meeting will be held as soon as possible, but the decongestion exercise is not done yet. We are doing it in phases. We will continue this week. We will continue next week. After we are done with the decongestion, we will have a stakeholder engagement with our trader leaders in order to finding lasting solutions to some of these issues.
Nana Prempe, some of these traders have come to you to engage with you, Nana Prempe. From what you know in terms of your engagement with these traders who are being evicted right now, the issue of compensation is big on their hearts. And they are saying that, well, if they are not compensated, they are not willing to move. As at yesterday, what was the situation at the Kejetia Market? Were they trading at the ramp area in the middle of the lane at Kejetia? What was happening yesterday?
Yeah, Dave, with issues regarding compensation, I don't think there's any compensation to be given to any trader. Because first and foremost, those monies that they claim have been collected by some individuals did not come to the finance committee, of which I am a member. Those monies were collected illegally.
So why was that allowed? When they were collecting the monies, didn't anybody know? Didn't anybody take action?
So, Dave, you know something? When you get to the traders, because they had the opportunity of trading, nobody was telling them to get up. They did not tell us, the leadership, that they have been monies are being collected from them. Until we have petitioned the mayor, the regional minister, the management, that they should decongest the market. It was there and then that they started speaking that, they paid monies ranging between 3,000 to 10,000 to individuals. You ask them to pinpoint names, specific people whom they paid the monies to. They will tell you, this lady came, collected the monies in this man's name. This guy came, collected the monies in this man's name. So they're the traders who are claiming that they paid these monies. If you touch them one-on-one, put them to the wall, pinpoint a specific person you paid the monies to, they will tell you, this trader was used as the agent to come and collect the money. But all these monies that they claim they paid were unofficial money.
I hear you. Okay, so even if they were unofficial monies,
Dave, listen, they paid this money unofficially to acquire unofficial place, because the place that they were paying the monies to get to ply their trade, they know very well that those places were unauthorized places. So first and foremost, I would say that if you know you paid your monies to Mr. David, go to David and collect your money. Some of them came to me personally. They mobilized themselves. They came. I asked them of their receipt. They said no, they did not have receipt. I asked them, when you went to the management, did management appoint to you, or were you able to pinpoint a specific person within the management that we gave this money to? They said no. So then, who was the agent that you paid the money to? Because you knew very well that the money that you were paying for the places that you were paying for were unauthorized place. But because, hey, you wanted a place to apply your trade or sell your wares, you did not mind to pay the money.
Okay, so let me ask this question then. Now, indulge me. How long were they there for? I mean, selling, around the ramp area in the middle of the lane in the Kejetia Market. How long were they there for trading?
As I said earlier, there have been several petitions in previous years, and so almost along the years they do decongestion. But fortunately or unfortunately, within the last year, because of the transition, initially there was an IMC, there was no management, as I said earlier. So some people who had aligned themselves with some party took advantage of it. But within this period too, there were some operations that were ongoing.
No, I'm asking that question because Nana Prempe, even if there was no management at the time, you had leadership of the traders at the market. So if anybody was occupying a space that is unapproved, unauthorized, illegal, what action did the leadership of the market take, even with the interim management at the time?
So that was the reason why we called for the head of the then management, that they were not up to the task. We sent a petition to the regional minister that made him to give the boot for the former MD and the operations manager and brought in the IMC. Leadership of the traders union don't have the mandate to evict a trader from a place. You can only report to the management and put pressure on the management and ensure that the place is free.
Prince, so you are saying that you're not going to renege on the decongestion exercise. Now, tell us about this place where these traders were occupying. How does the place look like? What dangers does it pose for them trading there?
David, the place, one, we have the entry gate. Two, we have the ramps. When you come to the ramp, especially the zoo gate, on that ramp, under the ramp, we have the fire service station, which is permanent. For the past years, we heard of cracks in that fire service station post, which led to renovation of that fire service. We raised the entire service post down and we rebuilt new fire service post. And per the intel we had when we became in as an IMC, it was because of the weight of traders plying on that stretch that led to the cracks. So we have to be protecting the property that we are managing. So in order to do that, the best is for us to decongest the place, making sure that we protect the fire service post so that the fire service personnel can always be around Kejetia to providing service 24/7. That is the fact of this matter.
Okay. And I remember somewhere last year we were talking about the fact that, when you get to Kejetia, in fact, we showed videos of it on our social media platforms or pages where you could see some women displaying, some wares on the fire hydrants at the Kejetia Market, and we condemned it. So I'm happy that the decongestion exercise is ongoing. But for these traders who still want to make a livelihood, are there spaces at the Kejetia Market itself where we can say, okay, there's a shop or there's a store, occupy it and do business? Or Kejetia Market is full? What is the situation right now?
David, when we came in as an IMC, in fact, Nana Prepe, who is a major stakeholder in the market, will attest to this. Almost all the shops at Kejetia were allocated. We are only left with some floors or some areas. And even those areas, past management with the trader leaders had agreed that those areas should be allowed for trading. And those who are occupying there currently, they've been given allocation papers. Those who were given allocation papers, every allocation paper expires every year. And when it expires, you just come to management, we sit down, then we all agree whether we will renew it or not. And those areas, before we can give any area to a trader to trade, we have to involve the fire service personnel, leadership of the trader unions, so that we assess those areas, whether it is conducive for trading activities. If it is not conducive, there is no way we will allow it. When we came in as an IMC, almost all the fire hydrants were occupied by traders. So what I did was, I bought a red paint, I made sure I drew a line at almost all the fire hydrant areas to indicating that those areas you can't trespass, you can't trade there. So for now, when you come to Kejetia, even though it has not been solved permanently, but we've had a headway that all the fire hydrants that were occupied by traders, because of the action we took by having lines as a danger to indicating to traders that those areas you can't trespass. Now we have the hydrants being free and air is passing through, revolving around. So any incident that happens, the fire service personnel can just go in and use their fire hydrants to curtail situations that may emanate at Kejetia.
Okay, and that to me is really good news because I'm excited about it. Now, Nana Prempe, over the years, we have had situations where traders at Kejetia Market have complained about electricity bills. We've had conversations also with the ECG with us in the studios of Love 99.5, where oftentimes there's a huge backlog of monies traders owe, the ECG. We're in a new year, 2026. Today is just the 5th of February. Where are we right now? Do you owe ECG? Do you have your meters?
Dave, let me just have my last bite on our issue that we are discussing with Prince.
Okay.
Don't be happy yet with regard to the current exercise that they are embarking on.
My happiness is on the fire hydrants.
That's why I said don't be happy yet.
Okay, so why?
You see, with respect to the hydrant, there are other gadgets within the market fire personnel used to fight fire, which per my engagement with the fire personnel are currently not up to standard. They've made recommendations to management. Management have not acted on it. Talking about the sprinklers, talking about the cord rails, talking about the water hose, and even some of the cabinets that is supposed to contain the fire extinguishers have even broken down. So
okay.
Don't be happy yet.
All right, so hold on. So, Prince, has this come to your attention? What do you intend to do about it?
Yeah, it has come to our attention. We have had engagement with the fire service personnel. Kejetia, as we speak, the problem we have at Kejetia has to do with funds to do maintenance. Any issue or any problem that comes, the burden is borne directly by traders, which is not the best. We are still engaging with authorities in order for the portion of what we call the premium percentage that is supposed to come to Kejetia to do maintenance work to be allocated to management. We can't always be burdening the traders when issue of maintenance arises. And that has been my problem, which I'm always championing, always discussing with authorities, so that the premium that has been paid, we have a portion that is supposed to come to Kejetia. And for the past 5-6 years that Kejetia has been running, we've not received a dime from that.
Why haven't you received a dime yet? Why?
That is why I said we are still engaging authorities so that the portion that is supposed to come to Kejetia to running the facility, to doing maintenance, will come to Kejetia.
No, I understand that bit. You are engaging, but what I'm asking is, over the 5 years you mentioned, why has that money not gotten to the market managers to do maintenance work with? 5 years, you say? Prince, your line is breaking. Can you reposition yourself for me, please? Thank you. Hello, Prince.
Hello, David.
Yeah, Prince, go ahead. So you're saying that it's an issue that what?
I said it's a problem that is currently facing Kejetia management, which we are using every possible means. We have had several discussions with the authorities at KMA. We have had discussion with Mayor himself, which Mayor is doing his possible best. That he will speak to Finance Minister. He has been to Finance Ministry several times. That portion that is supposed to come to Kejetia management will come. Because without that, there is no way Kejetia maintenance can be done. Because any issue of maintenance, Nana Prempe Mira, it's part of the finance committee, and we have to burden. We have to share bill to the traders to pay.
Nana Prempe, do you have an idea as to why all these years these monies that are supposed to come to the market for it to be used for maintenance work is not coming? You are a leader. You are the president there.
This is a multi-million-dollar question which major political actors will not be willing to speak to this morning. Let me tell you, the premium, the account that traders were paying the premium into has been garnished. So even the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, which is the mother or the major stakeholder of KJTR property, is not even having access. And your friend Zuba will tell you that he does not have access to the accounts in which the premium was paid into. Yes.
Who has access? Who has access then?
You see, KJTR was registered as a limited liability company. That's why with that they set up the SPV. But I'm telling you, and today, KMA is not able to access the account in which the premium.
You are part of management. You are a leader of the traders. Who has access?
Management, no, Dave, I'm telling you, even the KMA does not have access. How much more the management? And Dave, I'm not part of management. I'm part of the finance committee, which traders have representative, about 4 reps on the finance committee, of which I'm a member. And those the finance that we are talking about is not about the premium. Premium is a government policy that KMA and the finance ministry are running. So the finance ministry and KMA will be able to speak to the reason why they are not able to get access to.
Don't worry, I'll find out from Zuba why they don't have access. But what about my question on the electricity bills? Are we sorted? Because we don't want to hear situations where ECG says they are going to Kejetia Market to disconnect Kejetia Market and stuff like that. Where are we right now?
So Dave, I will propose, before I come to the electricity, I know you are interested in the electricity, but I'm interested in the longevity of the facility. I will propose, given the comments that the operations manager gave, that he is a politician, they have to serve the interests of the party to accrue some votes in any major election. I will propose that with regard to the operations and maintenance of the KJTR facility, it should be given to a private entity. So they will give the private entity the scope of the KPIs where the traders will know what to do and what not to do. Because as long as we will allow politicians to manage KJTR, these issues will always be occurring. Now, with regard to electricity meters, Dave, as you all know, previously there was an agreement between the management and the traders that we needed individual meters. Then management told us that they've engaged a contractor, Tanja Electricals. They've given them 6 months to install prepaid meters in the market. Unfortunately, as we speak today, the contractor was not able to execute the project, some of my traders who paid, some meters have been fixed, but they are not connected to the national grid. Others also paid. They did not even see a shadow of the meters. So as we speak today, Kejetia is still hooked to the one bulk meter.
And you owe ECG?
Hello, Dave.
I'm asking, so you still owe ECG huge sums of money?
Currently, I don't know the total debt, but of the January bill which just came yesterday, and it amounted to about 1.4 million Ghana cedis and over for a single month. January alone, 1.4 million Ghana cedis. We talk about the old currency, we are talking about 14 billion plus for a single month.
Prince, as we wrap up our conversation, you are the operations manager for the Kejetia Market. Do you owe ECG? And if you do, how many months back are we talking about? Because previous years it could be 4 months, 5 months, 3 months. Do you owe them? And how many months back are we owing them?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me speak to the meters issue that my boss Nana Prempe spoke about.
Okay.
It is one of major concerns for Kumasi Mayor Honorable Zuba to do. That is the reason why he is doing everything possible to integrate the board as soon as possible, either this week or next week, so that all these metering issues will be addressed. There is also a gas issue which is a major concern to him. So, David, what I can assure our traders, including the stakeholders like my boss Nana Prempe, is to be rest assured with regards to the meters. Preparation are far advanced. The moment the board is inaugurated, there will be contractors. And I can tell you there have been about 2 or 3 contractors who have come recently to do assessment with regards to the meters issue.
Do you have an idea as to when the board will be inaugurated?
Oh, as I told you, Mayor even posted it on his timeline, I think 3 days today, that very soon, which I'm anticipating this month, latest by next month, the board should be formed and inaugurated for Kejetia direction to be guided.
Okay. Now, my last question to you, Prince, is this. As operations manager, what is the vision you have for the market?
Dave, with regards to the ECG bills that you spoke about, on that aspect, I think I'll speak a little about it and then leave the rest to. We have a finance manager who handled that. But when we came, chunk of the bills that Kejetia were owing, we've paid more. Currently, the bills or the debt that will be owing to Kejetia as a facility will be the current bill and then a month bill. So every cycle, currently we'll be having 2 months, and then as we are going today to discuss or to sharing the bills, because our January bill just came, that my Nana Prempe spoke about, which is 1.4 million Ghana cedis plus, together with other bills. When we pay that 1 month bill, always there will be 1 month debt that will be hanging. But as we are going forward, we will do an exercise in the market, because most of the shops are also owing, most of the tables are also owing, so that we will collect those bills.
Dave,
let me
come in here. There is a challenge with regards to the electricity. People are illegally connected to the power. There's power theft, a lot of power theft in the market. That is something that the operations manager and his team must address, because a lot of people are using power and are not paying anything. It is a major concern. Some are using some industrial machines. He, as operations manager, should be in the know, and he knows very well, because during our last finance committee meeting, we complained about it. The maintenance manager admitted that indeed there is a lot of power theft in the market. People are using power without paying. That is not something that
Prince, are you aware of this, and what do you intend to do about it?
What will address this problem, let me be blunt with you, is the installation of individual meters to every shop. I'm telling you, without it, you see, when you come to Kejetia, this issue, I've raised it several times. When you go to the tailoring area, at the tailoring site, we came to meet it. There are about over 200 irons being used at Kejetia, and they are not built. You know the consumption of each iron. So if we don't facilitate to install prepaid meters per every shop and then per every unit or cubicle, Nana Prempe himself knows it. I know. And it's a fact that there are a lot of illegal connections, because some of the shop owners are using items that you cannot read them when you enter their shop, because they steal themselves to use those appliances.
Prince, what do you say answer? Why? Prince is operations manager for the Kejetia, market, and you also heard the voice of Nana Prempe. Nana Prempe is the president for the Federation of Kumasi Traders. Nana, thank you very much too. Prince.
Dave, I think one of these days we must have a full discussion in studio about Kejetia.
This Kumasi City Market was a I hear you, Nana. It's not funny. It's not a laughing matter. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. And on the sites in the studios of Love 9.5, Leo is ranting. Leo's ranting is like, so the problem is that what are you doing about it?
Leo, before you go, David, you see, the reason why I left them MCI and even went out is that, you see, sometimes when you are not careful, you say certain things and you just have to
come back and apologize. You have regrets.
No, it's not about apology. Okay. Like a human being from David, you see. In common me for me, this 40 minutes for me, it was painful to listen. One, how did the problem come about? When you are doing any proper thesis, you do a problem statement, right? And in the problem statement, you adduce why you are doing the thesis. You state that, maybe this one I've done this, but there was a gap in this research, and basically that's the gap we are trying to fill. How did the gap come? Because of elections, we allowed certain people to trade at where they are not able to trade.
They should not be trading.
You see, where they are not allowed to trade, safety-wise, common sense-wise. Now, the man who is supposed to fix the problem is also comfortable saying that he's a politician. So when he also came in to correct that wrong, he also wore a politician fugu and allowed that nonsense, that illegitimacy, that illegality, that nonsense, because it's not common sense, allowed it to fester for what? January 2025 to January 24 for 1 full year. David, if anybody is able to go to Kejetia Market, a place properly defined, able to collect fees, and you are being told on radio that the fees are illegal, and that is now that has come to their knowledge, every single person who mans that market must be sacked. Let's not, David, when I was listening to the conversation, at a point I was confused. Is it that they were appointed today or yesterday? It doesn't, none of the things they are saying makes sense to me. Because of politics. So, now you see a problem. We allow them to do the illegality. The last time I was complaining about the Santas, people didn't understand. You've legitimized the illegality. June, they are saying June. So mean that technically, they're almost 2 years now. We are in February. We are just some 3 months shy away, 3 months shy away from 2 years. You've given them legitimacy. Now you are telling them to go where? Bodam no. Ana wasa bodam na enke na won twese kan ma so.
That's why I was asking whether there are still spaces in the market that can absorb people.
You see, the assemblies, the authorities create the problem. Now when the problem comes, they want to make it about the traders. The traders, what all no are they? You allowed them to come there because you wanted political vote. Someone comes for them to fix the problem. Then that person is also saying that we also allow them grace period because we are politicians. Then we waste 40 minutes of airtime to talk about this. In the greatest of respect. I was so angry listening to them. And then we see another indictment on them is the fees part. Have you seen the comment from Bright Kweku and the ticket? Joe, bring the ticket back. Traders in the car ticket way.
So who investigates? I mean, if something illegal happens,
let's read what is on the ticket.
You
Baby, read it. You see, the ticket they gave them.
You investigate.
Kumasi City Market Temporary Allocation Card. Middle Lane A 034.
Operations manager. So David, we are simple. The former operations manager and the current operations manager, you go to Yoko, BNI, whose signature? David, you know in this country.
There's no signature, there's a stamp actually.
Yes, even there's a stamp. You can trace it.
He says signature. I just want us to be fair and state what it is.
You can trace it. You remember the petition against the Chief Justice, ACP Akologo? The ACP who said the Chief Justice had caused his arrest and he filed the petition. You remember the case traveled from the Tamil High Court and everything. The signatures were authenticated in Ghana. We are expert to check signature stamps and signature, even check the person who has fingerprint on all these things. Then you are telling me that anybody because of politics and being a food soldier can walk to Kejetia Market and charge people fees and take the money. They will listen to Nana Pempe. You are even quoting 3,000. Nana Pempe said what? 3,000 to 10,000.
Well, what I know of was 3,000 and 6,000.
I'm saying that is what you know. But the Federation President of the Traders
Financial
Committee is saying that the investigation or what they are being told is 3,000. Baby, you are telling me that because I can wear NDC party card, it means that whoever is charging the money is has authority. David, are you telling me anybody can go to Kejetia Market and charge people money?
Dave, Kejetia is a defined
and you don't do this
edifice.
And you don't do it for 1 hour or 2 hours. It's going to be more than a week.
David, it's a crime syndicate.
It's more than a week.
Did you listen to Nana Pempe, the cost of electricity? But
yes.
1.4 million
Ghana cedis.
Million Ghana cedis.
And one thing I don't understand is how can
for a month,
how can the manager admit that there are people who are illegally connected to the grid and they know about it and it's
over 200 ions,
and you can even go to the point where you explain those who are actually using the power for free, which means you know where they are, you know who they are, you know what they are using,
you know the appliances
they are using. So why is it still there? How does that make sense?
David, do you know the cost of this market? Nearly 300 million. It is the biggest finance edifice in the entire Ashanti region. No project has cost that much. No project. And look at how we are maintaining the facility. 5 years. We've not paid a single money to rehabilitate such edifice.
Maintenance.
We were supposed to use this phase 1 to complete the phase 2. You see, David, sometimes I am say, "Oh, I'm careful. Obeka bibi krana say, the problem you kwa brew." Ada ne your mind sa. David, as some more can pass sabe nyansa sama mpa na wa some more kacha no pawe. Let's be fair. Yeah. What is the sense in this? That someone can go to a place properly defined, have management IMC people, and charge people 10,000 Ghana cedis and just go away. How did the person get access to the stamp? How did the person get access to this card and issue them? We know people doing illegal connection, but we are politicians. So we allow them grace period. Then when you cause the mess, then you make it seem as if we, the media, are rather cushioning the traders to do whatever that. You're giving them legitimacy.
Listeners, you can also join us with your thoughts on what you've heard so far and what is happening at KJT on 03220-83596, 03220-83597. and 03220-83598. And so for me, we build this beautiful edifice. The taxpayer taxpayers' money is involved somewhere because we would have to pay. Then the other bit is this.
You need to pay interest on the
yes.
loan.
So as the taxpayer is paying, we're also allowing people to have ions and other electrical gadgets there illegally connected and enjoying power. And each and every time Kejetia will say, yes, you could trauma light to me, you could try light to me. But there are people who are consuming power without paying for it. And then even the money that is supposed to be used for maintenance, yes, they don't have access to it. Who has access to it all these years? Say 5 years, who has access to that account? Leo, you can pick some phone calls if the lines are.
Is anybody on the line?
Yeah. Leo is working on it.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yeah, it's Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, let's hear you, sir.
Around Ahunjaya.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe sometimes it's a strategy some politicians use. When they come, sometimes people are not aware of what they are doing. So they quickly, after their first year, they quickly do all these things, knowing that people will not notice. So they create work for themselves before they come to the actual work. Before that, they are already rich. That's the strategy. They know what they are doing, and they execute it plainly as they came. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Junior.
All right, Joseph, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, David, can you please permit us to be a bit abusive verbally?
You cannot use any abusive language, but be as candid as you can, please.
Okay, so I am really surprised about the operations manager's attitude. What is he operationally managing in the market? Is he supervising illegality? To even come on air and say that you know that there is illegal connection in the market and you are still there not doing anything about it, allowing all sort of misdemeanor in the market. Is he all right? Can't we cause his arrest for coming on air and displaying his blatant incompetence for managing such a facility? What is wrong with him? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, you can also call us on 03220-83597, 03220-83598, and 03220-83596. The WhatsApp console just went off. If any technician is around, I need them. Yes, call us 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. Somebody's calling for the arrest of.
No, for me.
Okay, somebody's online. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from, please?
I'm Upon.
Yeah, let's hear you, sir.
Sometimes, this market women will be listening to this program. So anytime that this program is on, you'll be speaking more English than local dialect. And now most of the market women also don't understand this language that maybe you are speaking. No necessarily saying that most of them also understand what you're saying. Back to the case. Because they also make said the name Muchimono. On say Kejetia Market no. Time on Mubaka so Mudi will be a meter a bemano no. To be a dear chira na uko meter one a boy a bebo meter bacono. A dear Jumupon and Nation Mutrimuntia up to now. Waka meter once a more up to now. 1.5 meters MI. Overcono. Bills be brave to obi ye tia ye dear was tia na obi so ye illegal na ye tia ni pakrone kamano. That is unfair.
But more as traders, have you petitioned the management on people using the electricity legally?
Ye market for no ye ni see. So kwast ye ona who's the way be see a jojo amanfo a ebeje wonsem. So who will complain now the cohon more? Send you be a jojo. No, O Crabeja won't say, oh, there's also a bois, Muntinci market in Namusa. No problem now, quite a while. Wouldn't you have been Chiribia? I had to wear solid them. Yes, off for Becanana would see.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where you calling from, please?
Yeah, please, it's Jordan again.
Hey, Jordan, you are back. All right, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, Mamin Country.
All right.
Sometimes, my mom information there say, I might be a pop for Mr. Moa, the first year. Also, Satam, Ghana for any face, so or more honey movie or wood dinner, I didn't know. A honor, Mr. Asia, a debonepa. And see, or move Ombe win bear 1 year. Fin and after Ghana for any bomb so near Pessia check woman. David, I will host this year. Say be a remit me can by my friend and China. Project here, ye, never tune him or bread on pa. I can't want some. May say, Uncle for you or my disorder boy. Thank you, I'm Pamoma. Quite uncle fast with this gapa. It's a politician, the MPP or NDC. That's their strategy.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where you calling from?
Dave, Anda
from Adum.
Yeah, Dave.
All right, let's hear you, sir.
Dave, Mr. And sorry, you change this program line. Yeah, the other chief. It's answer, Uber Jemua, young man, and one penny for no more on chin on your car. On Betias, no more who management now, almost a down motivation or Bonia, almost DDO. Give me a soul, some use to cheap. Dave, sir, another plant, it's me, as the not all signify, say, and the air cost to or more. Now you do a car management team. Now, can I do count for Sobeno? Many on the bay, I say, oh, see, Yantin Corona, Yantia, because I have before you, and no Musuban. Say, on one I didn't see Kaya, and Cabo how vigilanta, obey a protected. You can't. Princess say offer the longevity of the product. Meanwhile, I also know what one. This year, I'm not going to say, that's not her. A quantum in a choke. Who do one man, then she never swim. And no one nipper ever reacted move. Ya expose the again anyhow. Driver for no Mulodi Elhon. A quana down air for a quant emergency a you. As your Mujinam and Mulodi, sir, a Greek. And a black one. Promoting for a workroom. And to a them and say, in our one. Ah, so, Mr. Ramos, I want to me and Yajumana, and not on Bay or my floor. Ray almost have it, not have a rally, I said, the other hill. Nipper was the idea, and you said in the sun. Oh, it's Dave, Mr. Opa, Musumu Sifon, Namon Cohort, because all friend radio so friend 1 and 2. The third time, there's on what they friendly. And you said that in every one my 8 year pal, Musumu to me, Musam. As I said, another pemper, or the personal life, or yeah, now, when I didn't come off of 20.
Thank you very much, but that's not what happened. What happens anytime that we call them is for the betterment of the Kejetia, edifice, and we talk about the facts that lead to some of these problems. Is anybody else on the line? Okay, so we are going to go and join the Spur Morning Show team very soon. They are having a conversation about about. Oh, somebody's online. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name, where are you calling from, please?
I'm Douglas Wood, calling from Ebuakwa.
Douglas, let's hear you.
It's very, very pathetic and very, very cruel in the minds of Ghanaian politicians. Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? You are saying there is a corruption in the MPP government, the SYN MPP government. And you are most corrupt in this most time. How can you say this in radio? How? Ghana, we are not saying cocoa farmers are not being paid, but yet they say we have gold bars and what not. What a cheat! Why? We are not saying. Please, let's pray for our country so that there will be a good government 2028. Thank you.
Let's pray for our country so that we get better governance. And that brings the curtains down on today's show, Love in the Morning. We talked about Kejetia and some monies that has passed somewhere and all the other problems. The stories that we heard this morning is intriguing. Whatever it is, we are going to probe it more further and see, the outcome. But right now, they're having a discussion about managing personal debt or self-debt on the Sport Morning Show team. Let's join them now.